Nice day here in central Iowa today. 61 degrees right now. Blue sky, sun is out. A lot better than it has been the last 3 or 4 days. Isn't that right, Moxie? Mox. I think she likes it. Hopefully it's going to stay this way for a while. Need to get the yard mowed, but I'm going to wait until it's a little bit warmer, get some sun that way. I am going to take a look at this. I think I'm going to pull the carburetor off of it and see what the deal is. I think I mentioned a while back that that pressure washer just doesn't want to keep running. It hasn't actually been used very much over the past several years, and it has sat with gas in it. Might be kind of gummed up in there. So I think I'm going to get tearing this apart. So I had this all taken apart and I cleaned it all out with carb cleaner. It was a little gummed up inside. So I'm going to put this back on there. See if the darn thing will fire up and run. Well, it's the next day. It's not a bad day out. It's 62, 63 degrees, light wind. It was sunny and now it's cloudy. The weather is only supposed to improve. Got the carb cleaned up, got it back on here. I've been running it for a while. Seems to be working okay. Had a bunch of paint that got spilled down here the last time I painted the garage. I was up on the ladder and the whole paint can fell right off of the top of the ladder. I was painting this black part up here, which needs repainted again. Going to be painting that soon. Something else I need to do real soon. I need to put a door on that, and we have some siding that I need to get on it. That is known as Fort Oboe. My wife and I actually built that several years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And it's called Fort Oboe for one bubble off. For some reason, the corners side to side are, it's a bubble off on the level we were using, so we called it Fort Oboe. Don't know what we did wrong, but it leans one way just a little bit. We built that 3, 4, it might have been 5 years ago, and never quite got it completed. The whole idea was to tap into the electric on the garage, and my daughter could have a little hangout of her own, have electric in there. I think Wi-Fi will work out there. She could have a little TV. Thought about putting a ceiling fan in and some lights, maybe an old couch, and she'd have a pretty nice little hangout. Not doing anything with the truck today. Some of you will be happy to know I tried it out and there's no more blinky airbag light. So right now, once again, I need to just clean up my mess, get things straightened up in here. I did get my speakers up on the wall last weekend. I have those two there. That one was already there, but I got that one in, put one over here, and also put one in over there. So I know I've mentioned it before, I'd like to get an office down here and keep all my YouTube things down here, edit videos. I could have an office with a TV, I could have an air conditioner in it. I think it'd be pretty sweet. Not a real big thing, but I'm not sure where to put it. Thinking of something maybe 10 by 8 or 10 by 10, just a small room, but I don't know. I don't think I could really put it in here. Couple of ideas is, one, I could put it right outside the door out here. Another idea that I had is right there on the other side of that wall, which is the side of the barn. There's actually an old stall in there. It has a cement floor. I'm not sure of the dimensions, and I thought I could board it up inside there and put a door over here somewhere. Not sure how good you can see. I'm in the barn here. I have a couple old drill presses here. This one came out of my old shop. She's really old, but it does actually work. This one works as well, although it's getting pretty rusty. My dad got a new one about a year ago, and his old one is sitting in his shop. He told me I could have it, and I just haven't got it yet. Don't think there's anything wrong with it. These are the tires and wheels that came off of the flare side when I got it. I believe they are, yeah, they're 235/75 15s with these chrome rims on it. Same kind of rims that came on my green truck. I believe the tires were brand new. I keep thinking about selling them, but then I keep thinking, what if I get another truck and I just like to put some better wheels or new tires or something on it. They're not real big tires, but they are pretty new. So taking a walk back here in the barn, have a passenger side bedside sitting in here. I found that for, well, they had two of them for $100 on Craigslist. Got there, and one of them was for it'd be for like a bullnose truck. I should have got it, I didn't. I wanted this style at the time just to have it for future projects. And so I offered him, I think I got it for 60 bucks. Brand new, came up from Texas. But we'll go on back here to the stall I was talking about. A few holes in the wall right back here. And here it is. It wouldn't take a whole lot to board this up in here. Although it's not real big either, I think it would probably be big enough for what I need it for. Although when you do something like that, you're always wanting something bigger. I don't know, I have to think about this. Could also have access to the outside if I fix these doors up a little bit. But it does have a nice cement floor in it already. This out here, I'm not sure if this is cement. Yeah, this is cement too. So actually what I could do, this really isn't a wall. I mean, they made it into a wall, but it doesn't support anything. Wouldn't take much to knock this out. And then I could have it from there all the way out here, which is I'd say it's about 13, 14 feet that way, and probably about, well, I'll step it off. I think from this wall over to there is about 8 feet. So that would actually be about what I was thinking. Well, 10 by 8, this would be about 13 by 8 or so. I think it would actually work pretty good. This wall is pretty good except up here, and then either board up these doors. I guess if I'd have a door going into there, no sense in having a door out here. But I think this would actually make a pretty nice office, and I could put an air conditioner in here or a little heater in here, TV, refrigerator, microwave. So that's what I'm thinking. That is how you would get up to the hayloft. Not much up there at the current time. There's a bunch of old straw and stuff, but not really anything worth taking a look at. Some old pumps and farm stuff. This is an old water tank we used to use when for spraying. We had two smaller sprayers years ago, and we would fill this with water and then fill the sprayers with jugs, basically jugs of chemicals. So after we filled every time, we'd have to bring this back to the hydrant and stick a hose in it and let it fill. Now we have a pretty big sprayer, and we have our, well, we just call it our chemical truck, and it goes up to the elevator and they fill it with pre-mixed chemicals, drive it out, fill the sprayer, go back, get it filled up again, drive it pretty much non-stop. Has a pretty good motor. Only thing it's ever been used for is pumping water. I don't think it has too many hours on it. An old Briggs & Stratton, I don't even know how many horse it is, probably 5. Yeah, 5. Old 5 horse. Be a good motor. There's a nut driver. A good old Craftsman, actually made in USA, Craftsman, instead of the China crap that they have now. 7/16, I believe I will take that with me. Other than that, not a whole lot in here. Here's a couple of wrenches and got some channel locks that are, I don't know what they are. They don't feel like much. And a Chinese crescent wrench. I think I'll just leave that here. Somebody may want it someday for this thing. Doubt it. So, actually, maybe I will take those with me. 3 go-karts. I believe only one of them is functional right now. 2 of them is functional, I think. I think I put a new cable on one that one of them needed. The other one, the engine, I can't remember what it is. There's something actually broke on the carburetor. Probably wouldn't take a lot to fix. That one got a new motor a couple years ago. Got a Kohler motor put on it. Other than that, a bunch of old farm stuffs. Old farm stuff. Posts, an old fan, an old John Deere pump. I believe we used this when we stored corn in the big Morton buildings years ago, like back in the 80s. Basically to remove whatever you want to call it, the smalls, the chaff, everything out of corn to get it really clean. I was just a kid and don't remember it real well. An old whiskey jug. Actually, I have no idea what came in that jug. Some kind of chemicals or something or other. Used to have a whole bunch of those glass jugs around. Might still have them up in top of the old shop. Haven't been up there for a while. What else do we have in here? Some miscellaneous horse bits and pieces. An old doghouse. Actually a decent window. I would put that in the shop, but I think my wife might have had plans to put that in Fort Obo. I'm not sure. Would be nice to have a window in the shop that looks out that direction so I could see if anybody's out there or whatever. What are you checking out, Mox? Might be some critters upstairs. Old trough, electrical wire. Another nice cement floor, although that wall isn't so hot. This barn's pretty old. It was built in I don't know, I think the abstract says 1905 or 1915. Long time ago. So I do have some plywood down here. I forgot this was even back here. Might be good for building an office. So I think I will get out of here. I'm actually going to shut this. Actually would like to knock these boards out and put some kind of a door in there. Wife has a really hard time getting this door slid open. Again, it's really old, not the easiest thing to open. I can get it open and shut without much problem, and if I actually oil the rollers on the track, it makes it easier, but she doesn't like doing it. And we've brought up knocking this out and putting a door in, because it is kind of nice to store things back in here. If you wonder why people just don't build wood barns like this anymore, just take a look at all the lumber that is just in this section right here. And those are all 2 by, I don't know if they're 2 by 6 or 2 by 8s. 2 by 8s, I believe. And that goes all the way the length of the barn. It's over here, beams all over here. Look at the size of these beams. I don't think you can go to Home Depot and buy boards that size. And then there's miscellaneous boards that are just up here. Probably from when they built the thing. There's some car siding boards. And who knows what all this other stuff is. Some of these are supporting the floor, but they're kind of just scattered around all over. If old barns could talk. So let's get out of here. Get this door shut. So I'll pick up my new old tools. Just a reminder about the license plate wall. Building a license plate wall, and if you have a license plate or anything else you would like to see on the Fox Shop, the address is in the description below. We got quite a bit of rain over the last, well, it didn't rain yesterday or the day before, but it rained for about 3 days before that. I don't think we're going to get in the field tomorrow, but you never know. Probably the next day. Supposed to get in the 70s, even the upper 70s, possibly over 80 next Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll probably have a couple more farming videos coming up real soon, and then back to regular stuff. I hope I didn't bore you too much with this video. It's just what I'm up to today. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.